Straight ahead on WBKB, a stimulus package could be on the way.
Plus, the sheriff's office is hiring and Girl Scout cookies have arrived.
You're watching Thunder Bay News Network. WBKB News at 6 starts now.
This is WBKB News at 6. An in-depth look at news, weather, and sports. From hard-hitting news stories to local events, we're there with coverage you can count on. You're watching WBKB News at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Sherry Stewart.
And I'm Tyler Cruz. Happy Friday, everyone. The House of Representatives expects to pass President Biden's COVID relief package today. This morning, the House of Representatives began debate over the 2021 American Rescue Plan. Representatives were told to prepare for a long night and, at worst case, to expect a passage early Saturday. The Democratic House is expected to pass the bill on a party line vote with no Republican support. The plan includes a $1,400 direct payment to most Americans, $400 per week to unemployment payments, and payments to families of up to $3,600 per child. Democrats plan to get the bill to President Biden by March 14th.
But we are on track to get this bill done and get it on the president's desk before the expiration of the enhanced unemployment benefits, which is March 14th. We're going to meet that deadline.
Unemployment benefits would continue until August. Democrats say they're willing to work across the aisle, however, claim they have a mandate to address the pandemic now that they control Congress and the White House.
Amid deep political division, Americans are united in worry about retirement. A new report says Americans across party lines share concerns about their financial security down the road.
We found there's very strong support across the board for protecting Social Security. 79% of respondents say that Social Security should be a priority no matter how bad federal budget deficits get. And this was true across party lines. Democrats, Republicans, Independents all felt nearly the same about protecting Social Security.
Bond co-authored the report, and you can see more of my interview with him along with Mike Mahler of the Alpena Chamber of Commerce on this Sunday's Insights. Insights airs at 11 a.m. on ABC and at 11:30 a.m. on CBS.
That's interesting. I'm excited to watch that. The Alpena County Sheriff's Office is looking for new employees. The Sheriff's Office says they have road officer and corrections officer positions open. Under Sheriff Eric Smith told WBKB road officers respond to 911 calls and handle traffic stops and other routine field work. Corrections officers work with inmates at the jail. Smith says he's looking for a strong sense of empathy in applicants.
You're dealing with people that are at the worst time of their life, the worst event of their life, and they have to manage that and listen to people and be understanding and take care of their needs.
Those interested can download the application from the Alpena Sheriff website. You can email or mail your application or drop it off in person at the Sheriff's Office. Emails should be addressed to sheriff@alpenacounty.org. Applications will remain open until the positions are filled.
Michigan's production of the COVID-19 vaccine at the Pfizer plant is getting another boost in national headlines. WBKB's Tiffany Maddox explains who else is entering the picture and how vaccine production can help the state.
State vaccine production is making an impact worldwide and also economically in Western Michigan and the state as a whole in a positive way. A spokesperson for Pfizer says the company has hired an additional 450 people in Portage to work on COVID-19 manufacturing and distribution. Job experts say an increase in workers creates more opportunities for the area and state.
The workers have extra income and they're going to spend it on different things.
And another company has entered the picture. Pending emergency FDA approval, Johnson & Johnson's COVID-19 vaccine will be the third in the world and the second vaccine to be produced in West Michigan. Grand River Aseptic Manufacturing, which is manufacturing the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, says they're hiring about 150 workers in connection to the project. What West Michigan and the rest of the state could see is more positive indirect effects.
How can some of the health research strengths that Grand Rapids and Kalamazoo have, how can we position those so that some of those research dollars flow into Kalamazoo and Grand Rapids?
In Alpena, Tiffany Maddox, WBKB News.
Bartik says many of the long-term impacts of vaccine production in western Michigan are still unclear and depend heavily on decisions from both the government and pharmaceutical companies. And late this afternoon, Johnson & Johnson's one-shot vaccine was approved by the FDA. Distribution is expected to begin next week.
That's awesome news. Well, if you've been waiting on your delicious Girl Scout cookies, we have more awesome news. They've arrived and they're finally here. Local troops received a large, tasty shipment Thursday evening in Alpena. Yvonne Jasmine, leader of troop number 4845, sent us pictures and video of the moment the cookies began going into cars. Like clockwork, delivery of cookies will start this weekend into early March. If you missed out on placing your order, there's still a chance to grab a few boxes this weekend. Troop 4845 will be at Fitzpatrick Hardware tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can also catch several other troops at Walmart at the same day and time. I don't know, we got a delivery earlier today. You should see the box that Jake got.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, before we head off to break, here's WBKB's Stephanie Manici with an update on the Bagley Street Bridge project.
Ryan, what can you tell us at this juncture? I know it's fairly new, but at this point, what can you tell us about the bridge and its progress so far?
Up to this point, the contractor's continuing working on removing the old bridge deck. Obviously, they have traffic control measures in place like we spoke to last week, and they're currently working on removing the old bridge deck and getting coffer dams in place. Right now, this week has been kind of troublesome for them. The ice has caused them a lot of headaches, slowed down progress quite a bit. So they're hoping the warm weather this weekend helps and things can pick up next week.
And thank you for that, Stephanie. We'll have more of Stephanie's interview tonight at 11. There's more news ahead for you here on WBKB. Coming up, we take you to a once popular resort and our final Black History Month installment. Stay tuned.
Going to be coming later in the newscast.
Thanks for that, Ellie. Well, maybe we'll have some nice enough weather to go on a 5K because this weekend is the last chance to register for the Happy Little 5K. The run, sponsored by the Michigan DNR, commemorates landscape painter and PBS star Bob Ross. It helps raise money for tree protection and replanting in areas affected by invasive parasites. Participants run wherever and however they want, even on a treadmill, so long as it's 5 kilometers. The run takes place from April 22nd to April 30th. Registration ends March 1st and costs $34 per person. You can find more information on our website.
I think I should do that.
Yeah, I might.
Well, in our last installment celebrating Black History Month, we head north of Detroit. WBKB's Stephanie Manici has more.
Approximately 250 miles north of Detroit is a hidden gem called Idlewild. Between the 1920s and 40s, this resort served as a retreat for many affluent African Americans seeking solace outside of their segregated communities. Its night spots hosted famous entertainers like Sammy Davis Jr., Sarah Vaughan, Duke Ellington, and Aretha Franklin. Museum educator Douglas McCrae explains.
In the upper 30s. And today's photo was sent in by Sherry Stewart. A tasty Friday treat. It's Girl Scout cookie season, and Jake Vanderbrook looks very excited to get his box of cookies. Thank you, Sherry, for sending us this photo. If you have a photo such as nature shots, pics with friends, or interesting sights you see that you'd like to send us, email it along with a short description to news@WBKB11.com.
How about that photography?
Couldn't resist. Couldn't resist.
Like a candy store or a cookie store. And here he is, the man himself, for a preview of our sports. Jake, what's going on tonight?
Yeah, those Girl Scout cookies look very good. I don't know what I'm going to try first. It's either the peanut butter or the lemon ones, so, but I'll let you guys know. But next in sports, it's Friday, so we're going to check out the best thing I saw today. Plus, don't count out Michigan State.
And welcome back. Coming to America 2 hits this drive-in screen, and Nick Jonas releases new music. Chris Martinez has those stories and more in your eye on entertainment.
Pop star Nick Jonas is out with new music.
I feel like a spaceman. TV tells me what to think.
The song Spaceman is off the 28-year-old's upcoming solo album of the same name. Jonas is set to host and perform on Saturday Night Live this weekend. YouTube is marking Black History Month with the release of Black Renaissance. Former President Barack Obama, former First Lady Michelle Obama, and Stacey Abrams appear in the special, honoring figures who have left a mark on the world by fueling change. Black Renaissance premieres today on the YouTube Originals channel.
It appears you have a son.
And folks in the Big Apple won't have to stay home to see the highly anticipated flick Coming to America 2. The Queens Drive-In at New York City's iconic Flushing Meadows Corona Park is hosting a drive-in viewing of the film next Friday for about 200 cars. Coming to America 2 premieres on Amazon Prime Video that same day. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
That's all we have for you this evening.
You can read more about our broadcast stories and get the scoop on other news items online.
Just visit WBKB11.com for sports, weather, and news updates anytime, day or night.
And check us out on our Facebook page and Twitter handle at WBKB11.
And be sure to catch us back here tonight at 11 with Kent Davis. Have a great evening.